This is the new spillway, and what they're pouring or preparing to pour is what's called the labyrinth portion of the spillway, which is the zigzagging portion. The zigzagging portion was a very important feature for our spillway. Instead of doing just a standard rolling type spillway, this is a labyrinth spillway, a piece of technology in itself and a feat. It'll probably win engineering awards when it's all said and done, because the fact that this type of a structure will enable even more water flow to pass over it than just a standard roller type dam. Our gate structure enabled 30,000 cubic feet per second, the 3 gates. This additional aspect of the spillway will enable us another 39,000 cubic feet per second. So we'll have a total capacity of 69,000 CFS. Now, back in 2010, when the dam breached, when we had 12 or 14 inches of rain in a 24-hour period of time, we had just hit that 30,000 cubic feet per second. So we never fully anticipate ever having to need that. But with all the new requirements from the state, federal, etc., in terms of reconstruction and rebuilding of new dams, that was the requirement that we had. So we're meeting that requirement. So we'll have a lot of additional capacity to handle water flow in high water flow events. All new. The technology that we have now to be able to open these gates up in half-inch increments, basically, that we never really had before.
So how is this different than what was here before?
The gates were different, and the lifting type of equipment was different, and it was much more manual processes versus we're going to have it highly technologically available for us to be able to open these gates up so easily for us comparatively. And then you can see right here, if you recall, last fall is where we had the coffer dam, or the temporary dam breach, which is a temporary dam. That was the corner that it breached, and so they've reinforced that significantly since then.
Actually, I started coming to the lake when I was 5 years old, and that's been 60 years ago. So we started out coming down just picnicking at the Maples, and then eventually leased a cabin over at the Maples for a number of years, and then eventually bought the cabin after my wife and I were married.
Okay. And you met your wife here, right? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
We're both from Waterloo, opposite sides of the town, but her folks had a cabin down here. We leased the cabin, and then we met actually on the lake.
Okay. So you've actually sold your home in Waterloo and are now living here full time?
Yep.
Can you tell me why you decided to do that?
Well, 10 years ago we bought the lot just with an understanding we'd build a retirement home down. We still own the cabin. Our 2 daughters and son-in-law are going to buy that from us. And so after the lake went out, we put our plans on hold to build the home. And after the lake it looked like it was going to come back, we started the home last summer and moved down on Thanksgiving of 15.